Namaskar. Welcome back to Devakshar. Hope you all are well and hale and hearty this evening. We are going to do this book for seekers of God. We had so far done till the 17th chapter. Today we are going to do the 18th and the 19th, right?
The 18th and the 19th, right? 18th and the 19th.
Okay. So, this is about Mahapurush Ji's ill health. So he says, I am not the body. And the place is Belur Math, again, time April 1928. Swami Shivananda had not been very well since his return from Varanasi. Often he felt dizzy. He could not walk much, and when he tried to walk, his feet trembled. If anyone asked about his health, he would say, the body is not in good condition. There is always some complaint or the other. All these indicates a summon for the final departure. So he is ready for the final departure. सबसे बड़ी बात है कि हमेशा मृत्यु के लिए प्रिपेयर्ड रहना. तो महापुरुष महाराज जैसे व्यक्ति जो होते हैं, जो रियलाइज पर्सन्स होते हैं, वो हमेशा इसके लिए तैयार होते हैं. I am ever ready to be gathered into the mother's lap. By the grace of the Master, I am wholly convinced I am not the body. He has graciously given me that knowledge to the fullest extent. So if I am not the body, what am I? I am that pure Atman, the self. That is what he wants to say. So this body goes and only the self remains. So I am never the body. When I say I, it means the soul, or if we say the Atman. Now next, he's talking about religion is realization. Intellect cannot reach the self. The Nasadiya Sukta of the Rig Vedas. Again, the place is Belur Monastery, or समय है July 17th, 1928. Swami Shivananda was seated in his room talking with the monk of the order. Several sadhus and brahmacharins were also present. In the course of conversation, the monk said, emotion is all in spiritual life. So emotion is all in all when it comes to spiritual life. Reason shows merely a small portion of the way. Swami Turiyananda used to say that emotion draws one to spiritual pursuit, that intellect helps only a little. One cannot comprehend religion through reasoning and intellect alone. So, just because you're intelligent, you can be religious? No. You need to have those devotional feelings, emotions within you. Mahapurush Maharaj is saying religion is, as Swamiji said, a matter of realization and experience. So, what is religion? A matter of realization and experience. Before realization, the intellect rules. Of course, whatever my mind tells me, I would think that is right. The master explained in his simple way, the vessel makes a gurgling sound when being filled with water, but once full, it is completely quiet. What an apt illustration. Even his simplest utterance had such a deep meaning. So when we are filling some utensil, say a mug or whatever, it gets till it is full, it keeps making noise. Especially in those days when it was put inside a pond, it used to make a gurgling sound, and that is what Thakur is talking about. The Upanishads also say this self is not to be realized by scholarship, reasoning, or an extensive study of the scriptures. So, not just by scholarship or extensive study of the scriptures, it is to be realized how? How can man understand the self by his limited intellect? So intellect does not help. Just study does not help. Only realization helps. So by this small limited intellect he cannot understand. It is impossible. The master used to sing, "Who knows what the mother is?" Even the 6 systems of philosophy have not been able to fathom her. Saying this, Mahapurushji sang the entire song with great fervor. Must have been so beautiful to listen to. He repeated one line again and again. Only Mahakal, Mahakal or the Absolute, and no one else knows all about the mother. After a while, like one aroused from sleep, the Swami said, "How can man understand the Absolute through the intellect? Comprehension is possible only if the mother is gracious enough to lift the veil." In the Nasadiya Sukta of the Rig Veda, there is a beautiful description of the Absolute in its undifferentiated state. Now, he's going to talk about the Nasadiya Sukta, where this is explained about the absolute reality. What is this absolute? And what is this absolute in its undifferentiated state? With these words, Mahapurushji started chanting the Nasadiya Sukta. Nor ought, nor not existed yon bright sky, was not, nor heaven's broad woof outstretched above. What covered all? What sheltered? What concealed? Was it the water's fathomless abyss? So now what was this that was there yet not there, which was bright yet not bright enough? So what is this? Ah, how profound it is. There on that table you will find a copy of this hymn, which I often read. It describes the state of deep meditation. Would you please read the rest of it? This is a translation that the monk is going, what is written here. So the monk is going to read the hymn. And Swami Shivananda joined in the reading. There was not death, yet was there not immortal? There was no confine betwixt day and night. So there is no day and night. There is no death. There is nothing else. There is only immortality. The only one breathed breathless by itself. Other than it, there nothing since has been. So there is actually, he's saying there is nothing except that truth or that bliss or consciousness. Darkness there was, and all at first was veiled in gloom profound, an ocean without light. The germs that still lay covered in the husk burst forth, one nature from the fervent heat. Then first came love upon it, the new spring of mind. Yea, poets in their hearts discerned, pondering this bond between created things and uncreated. comes this spark from earth, piercing and all pervading, or from heaven? So, does it come from earth or from heaven? Then seeds were sown and mighty powers arose, nature below and power and will above. Who knows the secret? Who proclaimed it here? Whence? Whence this manifold creation sprang? He from whom all this great creation came, whether his will created or was mute. The Most High Seer that is in highest heaven, he knows it, or perchance even he knows not. So who knows it and who does not know? Nobody really knows. Now, this is Max Muller's translation. So none of us can fathom this reality till we realize it ourselves. So to get into it, one has to go in through the mind itself. The mind becomes the guru, and slowly we can conquer ourselves, that is, conquer this mind with the help of this conscious principle. So, what is this conscious principle? We will not be able to fathom it with this limited mind of ours. That is why sadhana is required. The hymn filled everyone's heart with profound feelings. A Bengali translation of it was then read, as requested by the Swami, after which he said, "You see, here a description of some of the loftiest states of realization that are reached by yogis in the course of deep meditation. A level of consciousness beyond the reach of the ordinary. It is beyond the reach of not just the ordinary self, but the ordinary speech and mind." That is what is mentioned here. Swamiji was fond of the Nasidiya Sukta and would chant it so rhythmically in the right Vedic meter that one would feel as if a Vedic seer was repeating this own spiritual experience. Now, all mantras have a meter. एक स्टाइल होता है जिससे उसको चांट किया जाता है, तो उसी के बारे में बता रहे हैं. स्वामी जी used to do it so beautifully. So what were the lines that Swamiji repeated? Darkness there was, and all at first was veiled in gloom profound, an ocean without light. Swamiji would repeat this portion of the hymn and say that nowhere in any language would you come across such poetic beauty. In one of his writings, he brought out this idea nicely. Now a monk is asking, "Yes, Maharaj, in Viravani, a compilation of Swami Vivekananda's poems, there is the line, 'At first in darkness hidden, darkness lay.' So in darkness, there was darkness." Swami Mahapurush Maharaj is saying, yes, yes, how well expressed. In this poem is a description of the involution of the cosmos. Everything emerged gradually from that unmanifested state. So at first, there is an unmanifested state. And after that, slowly this creation merges. Emerges, then merges, emerges and merges. So वो होता है, फिर वो सब सीड फॉर्मेट में चला जाता है और फिर दोबारा से क्रिएशन आती है. So this is how there is this cyclic field of the way this whole universe behaves. Everything is a circle. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was beautiful. It is talking about realization. We pray that everybody is able to have this kind of a realization at some point of time. Thank you so much for being with us. Do share our videos and like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for being with us. Devakshar will bring more of videos like this, so do join us for our sessions. Thank you once again. Namaskar.